No, I think we'll see a little bit of an extra into position. I can't see anything happening on the climb. Still quite a long way into the headwind on the big road. You can see the headwind is a proper block headwind.
1 point on offer at the top of this climb. Climb clock are still right at the back of this peloton. So 1 point on offer. There's 1 point of a lead of Tadej Pogačar. Can we see Pogačar going for the King of the Mountains points or not?
Why not? I think it will depend on how the race goes. If he needs to accelerate or just roll over the line. Now we see the motorbikes. You said the other day that on the stage of Lille, they were able to cut and they send them on different ways. They were expecting deviated the motorbikes to take shortcuts. This time around, well, it's back to normal.
Jonas Rush coming back to the peloton. Another sprinter who is hoping to try and win a stage is the sprinter for the Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe team, Jordi Mus. He's won a stage of the Tour de France before. We're 39.5 kilometres from the finish. Got to get over Mont Cassel first. But let's hear from Jordi Mus now. His thoughts on today's stage and the run into Dunkirk.
Before we talk about the sprint, today is again a stage where you will need to remain extremely focused and as much as possible at the front of the pack.
Yeah, exactly. There's still quite a lot of wind. It's not perfect for echelons, but still the first day was a little bit the same. And unfortunately, we got surprised. And the goal is that it doesn't happen again today.
Super strong team out there, Alpecin, with Caden, with Mathieu, and of course with Jasper, but they're beatable.
Yeah, I think they are beatable. It's pretty hard. They've shown that they are in a great shape and they really know how to get their timing right. But yeah, the goal is definitely to beat them, and we think it's possible.
That interview done before the stage, of course. Jasper Philipsen now out of the Tour de France. Jordi Mus, Nico, a rider who knows how to win a stage of the Tour de France.
He's won on the Champs-Élysées last year, and he was so close multiple times in some of the flatter stages.
Clock at the back.
And having a chat with Michael Woods.
Jordi Mus, a rider who's got real power, hasn't he? But his timing on the Champs-Élysées a couple of years ago was perfection.
Yeah, I think the Champs-Élysées, it's all about timing. Is coming in so fast, you really need to time your surge.
And quite often the Champs-Élysées get headwind. So today he's got to deal with that headwind into the finish, and it's still a block headwind here.
Yes, it is, yes.
Yep, so nothing's changed at all. Sometimes we can sit here before the start of the stage and think, okay, well, the wind is going to be a block headwind, and then it comes from the side.
Yeah, there's a lot of times I do the recon in the morning, and I'll come back and give you a feedback, and then next thing we're looking at the riders and the flags, I'm like, it's literally changed in the afternoon.
Yeah, switches around. But here, yeah, everything is still as it was. 38.2 kilometres to go. Tim Wellens just moving forward a little bit. He just had a quick conversation and said, I'm just going to go forward. And I wonder why. Tim Wellens is second overall in the King of the Mountains. And he's just said to the teams around him, I'm just going to go up the road. Is this agreed that Tadej Pogačar isn't going to wear the King of the Mountains and Tim Wellens is going to try and take it instead?
Why not? And it looks like it's no one's really interested in him going to go and get the points.
He's not far from Mont Cassel.
Still 4K. Well,
another crash at the back of this peloton.
Yeah, we knew today was going to be a day where these little crashes with that strong headwind. The peloton rides so close to each other.
Alexei Lutsenko down. Let's take another look here.
And very in front of the...
The actual crash started at the front and ended up with the riders at the back crashing. So Lutsenko held up by that crash. Wellens has gone clear. I would imagine Thomas is not going to be too happy with this, surely, because he has got 2 points as well.
But he's not looking like he's going to dispute the KOM, and I think the peloton was happy with Tim Wellens going off on his little adventure.
Thank you, welcome.
No reaction from the peloton.
Yeah, no reaction at all as Tim Wellens goes forward.
And good thinking. Good thinking from Pogacar to give the jersey to teammates.
I mean, he even told the riders, I'm just going to go up the road now, guys. Thank you very much.
I think he's also telling them that I'm going to sit up afterwards. That's an important, more than saying, guys, I'm going in attack. It's like, guys, I will get my points, and once I get my points, it's good. I'm coming back. I'm not a threat to you sprinters.
That's important. Brian Cobb might change.
We've had that tune before.
Wait.
Yesterday. It's not the one that I mentioned, but we've had that one before.
How do you remember it?
I mean, the lyrics are crazy. Oh. So far I can remember that.
I don't know how you're remembering the tunes that the bands are playing at the side of the road. Surely Benjamin Thomas must be thinking, let's go back and get the jersey. Because whoever wins the point today wears the jersey.
Yeah, but Benjamin Thomas is somewhere here at the back of the peloton. He'll have to push most of the riders to get back up and go. And I don't think that most of the big leaders have the same respect for Tim Wellens that they have for Thomas, unfortunately.
No. One rider in the lead, the Belgian champion, Tim Wellens, as he goes forward to try and take the points at the top of Mont Cassel, a 2.3 kilometre climb at just under 4%. 34 years of age now, Tim Wellens. Big Palmares as he takes a right-hand turn and starts to build his advantage, 31 seconds. Winner of the Eneco Tour, winner of the Grand Prix Montreal, winner of the Tour of Poland. Nico, let's take a look at this.
So here's the wind again. Still a block headwind. It's going to be a little bit more to the left when the riders take that right turn. But once again, once they get over the climb, it's a bit protected there by the hill. And then once they get to the top, they'll go down. Bit of a three-quarter headwind, on the descent. That right, and then second left, and then they're straight into a headwind all the way to the finish. And that's that main road there where it's at 25k to go.
Tim Wellens, who just won the national championships of Belgium. He won ahead of Remco Evenepoel in second place. He was 38 seconds behind. Jasper Philipsen was in third at 46 seconds. The race was split to pieces. Behind them was Arjen Levens and Florian Vermeers at 1 minute 33 and Victor Campenas at 1 minute 42. Then they blew apart. Tim Wellens went 41.8 kilometres solo to win that Belgian championship, which is no mean feat when considering you've got the likes of Tim Merlier, Remco Evenepoel, Victor Campenas, Florian Vermeers and others trying to win the race.
And especially if you take in mind that he wouldn't have support from many of the teams, where in Belgium there's between the teams of Soudal and Lotto, they would have had a lot more Belgian riders there, or even Intermarché, for example. So he would have been most likely alone on the start line. Very classy rider, Tim Wellens, a rider that I follow a lot, a good friend of mine. I really admire his style. Great palmarès.
He was a rider for a while though who'd attack at crazy moments and lost many bike races until he kind of changed his style a little bit to be aggressive at the right times. I think of him in Flesh Wallon on a few occasions when he was clear way too early and one of the strongest riders in the race.
I think you have to go through that transition when you're that kind of rider where...
Let's just quickly hear from the team.
If you put the comb, then you will have that. We check good. If you win the comb, you will get Martin jersey. So guys, we go for the comb for team.
That's a radio from a few minutes ago, of course, because we can't give away the strategy of the squads. Onto the climb for Tim Wellens. Predetermined then, Nico.
Yeah, something they talked about, obviously, in the car. And I think it's a nice gesture from Pogacar to... Like I said, I strongly regret I never went for even 1 point for any of the jerseys on the Tour. I wore all of them in the Vuelta and multiple times and in multiple editions. And I do regret that I've never gone on one stage of a Tour to get a points in a KM jersey, even on a flat stage. And I totally understand why Ryder wants to do it now, post-career. I just was focusing on my own thing, and I always had bigger goals, but I do regret it. So I totally understand the importance of going for that jersey now.
And there's a moment now where he'll be able to sit back in 10 years and say, well, I did it on that day. And he could be just sitting in the peloton looking after Pogacar. But clearly Pogacar thinking about his team and sharing things around. Happy to see his teammate go up the road and be on the podium tonight. Also, it helps from what we talked about last night, that Pogacar doesn't have to do a press conference, be on the podium, do all those things that use some energy.
Exactly. It takes probably about 30 to 40 minutes extra when you have to go through all the protocol.
You also don't travel with the team on the team bus. You get taken in a car.
You eat your food sitting waiting for the protocol rather than in the bus. You don't shower at the same time. So there's the prestige of wearing the jersey, but there's a lot of inconvenience.
On to the for the peloton. Montcassel, there's your vital statistics. There's your points on the right-hand side. These riders going rapidly up this climb. Team of Intermarché, right-hand side. Jaco Alula with Luke Plapp and Luke Durbridge still at the front. Been there a long time. Tim Wellens.
Massive crowds on this climb.
Huge crowds in Montcassel, the Mont Ventoux of this region. So everybody waits for the arrival of the Belgian champion. He takes a bottle. He'll continue to just spin his way towards the top. He looks very efficient. He's got 1 kilometre to go to clinch the polka dots. Doesn't need a bottle from the second Soigneur. So he just continues to ride. Lovely cadence, not even out of the saddle, making short work of a tough little climb.
He's riding so close to the crowds, eating every centimetre of the road available, cutting through the corners. It's a good effort there by Tim Wellens. Good idea again by the team to do that. And it looked like everybody was happy.
Lots of soigneurs up here on Montcassel, getting themselves ready to hand bottles out. A little bit of a left-hander coming up now onto the cobbles at the top. So Wellens over this cobbled section, 5%, still slightly uphill here, so he's making it look as though it's flat, but it's definitely not. Nearly at 30 kilometers an hour. Tim Wellens is almost securing a place on the podium tonight. A little bit of a left-hand turn, still at 26 kilometers an hour. There's the view of the peloton, that wonderful sight of the massive colour and the fans left and right hand side as we look, filling the...
ANWB helpt Nederland op weg met Wegenwacht Europa. Waar je ook strandt, of je nu pech krijgt langs de autobaan of op de Route Nationaal.
תגידו, מתאים לכם 30,000 שקל בחודש? אם כן, תישארו איתי. אז ידעתם שאתם יכולים להרוויח בין...
ቴክኒካል ዝኾነ ክእለት ኣለዎ ማኣስ ኣበይ ብኸመይ ተጠቃዕማ ብጣዕሚ ቢንያም ዝወስቶም ስጉምትታት ብጣዕሚ ብዙሕ ኣድናቆት ዝረኽቡ ስጉምትታት እዩ ዝወስድ በቶም ዓበይቲ ናይ ብሽክለታ ክኢላታት ማለት እዩ ስለዚ ቢንያም ነዛ ውድድር እዚኣ ክስዕራ ይኽእል እዩ ኣብቲ ቅርፂ ናይቲ መሬት ናይቲ ውድድር ይሪኦ ነይረ ኣብቲ ጥቓ ቦላታ ኣንጎሎ ሻርፕ ዝኾነ ኣንጎሎ ኣሎ ስለዚ ከምቲ ኣዝዩ ቴክኒካል ዝበሃል ኣንጎሎታት የለን ግን ሓንቲ ሻርፕ ዝኾነት ኣንጎሎ ላ እሳ ንቢንያም ተርቡሓ እያ ኣብ መወዳእታ ከዓ ሄድ ዊንድ ክመፆም ሕጂ ኣብዚ ናይ ኣብዚ 50 ኪሎ ሜትር እስካዕ 10 ኪሎ ሜትር ገለ ዝፈርፎም እቲ ንፋስ ክሮስ ዊንድ ናይ ምምፃእ ተኽእሎ ኣሎ ክሮስ ዊንድ ከዓ ነቶም ናይ ብጫ ማልያ ተቐዳደምቲ ኣብ ስራሕ ይዘቱ ናቶም ናይ ምጥቕቃዕ ስራሕ እዩ ዝፈጥር ስለዚ ኣብቲ ናይ ክሮስ ዊንድ ምጥቕቃዕ እንድሕር መፅዩ ገሊኦም ተቐዳደምቲ ክሮስ ዊንድ ከምታ ኣብ ስቴጅ 1 ዝረኣናያ ማለት እዩ ዮናታን ሚላን ኣብኣ ተታሒዙ ማለት እዩ ኣብ ሕማቕ ፖዚሽን ፀኒሑ ቢንያም ኣብ ከምዚ ብጣዕሚ ብልጫ ዘለዎ ቪጂላንት ማለት እዩ እታይም ዝብሎ ኩሉ ግዜስ ኣብ ንቕያታ ኣንጎሎ ዝረኽዋ ተኽሉ هو ሕጂ ኣብ መወዳእታ ግን ኣብቲ ቦላታ ክገብሩ ከሎ ግን እቲ ንፋስ ብቅድሚኦም እዩ ሃርማ ሄድ ዊንድ ንፋስ ክመፆም ስለ ዝኾነ ኣብዚ እንታይ የድልየካ ተልካኒ
send him a Christmas card at the end of the year after that crash. Was it his fault? Was it not his fault? Anyway, I think Jasper Philipsen, that could have been avoided if they positioned him a bit better. But yeah, could have, would have, should have. It's all over now, unfortunately for Jasper Philipsen. And Alpecin, they will
بتمساسالي كمزي كاتربا زمص ايلو غليصوم مبزحتهم تنتنتي اوترهم دلو تقدادم تغلصوم نعزب علينا اتخال اي دعبي زينا
Bueno, ahora parece que ya han acelerado un poquito el ritmo y yo creo que ya toca que vayan un poco más rápido, porque además inclusive les habrán dado algún toque desde la organización, porque no era normal, porque están perdiendo muchísimo tiempo. Había un momento que tenían que pasar por un lado determinado y llevaban 25 kilómetros de pérdida, o sea que ya era muchísimo. Con lo cual yo creo que sí, que les han dicho eso y ya está. Y además se les ve que ahora ya van un poco más acelerados.
Pero sigue manteniendo ventaja. Sí, poeta. El de adelante no quiere y el de atrás tampoco. Entonces así nos vamos a quedar. Pero ahora sí, los de atrás sí quieren porque aceleraron y esto ya muestra el cronómetro inmediatamente. Son apenas 32 segundos de distancia. Va a cambiar y vendrá la adrenalina. Queda cumplido todo. Sprint, montaña, la montaña. Mañana, ¿quién se pone la de puntos? El mismo.
Tim Wellens.
Tim.
O sea, Tim Wellens se pone la de los puntos rojos y la verde de los puntos, en principio la tiene en este momento Vinian Grimay, pero dependerá de cómo.
Dude, you were riding? So, dude, were you riding inside or outside as you were listening? I'd love to know that. So, Jason, I think you're brand new here. Welcome aboard, dude. Holy crap, guys. I have 530 people watching the stream at the exact same time. Yes! Unbelievable, dudes. Like, why? Why are you so good to me? Why are you guys so good to me? Guys, I've been doing my videos for 2.5 years. Generally, I get 15, 20 viewers at the same time. And I worked really hard making those videos. I put everything into them. I love
championship for the Alpecin de Koenig. The run towards Kirk in the finish. It's been a flat stage, very much for the sprinters today. Jonathan Milan take his first Tour de France stage win. Will it be all about
נעים מאוד, אני יונתן, אני עובד בצוות 3 כבר 4.5 שנים ואני מזמין אתכם לבוא.
Du cyclisme en quelque sorte avec Dumoulin qui s'échappe avec pour aller chercher le point qui vont casser pour écharper son leader du maillot à l'issue de l'étape et le prix ainsi de protocole. Ensuite on a vu Dumoulin tout faire pour se faire rattraper par le peloton. Voilà, c'est pas du cyclisme total comme disait Marion dans l'interruption, mais voilà, chacun sa course, chacun sa stratégie. Il en va ainsi du Tour de France et des aspirations de chaque équipe, évidemment.
Non, mais on pense déjà au futur.
Bien sûr.
En tout cas pour Pogacar, parce qu'on essaye de lui éviter des protocoles. Et qu'il puisse bien rentrer le plus rapidement possible pour se faire passer, pour récupérer.
Et voici les agriculteurs du Nord qui s'aiment pour nourrir, voyez, l'idée de transmission. Ils veulent insister, les agriculteurs du Nord, sur le fait que le département a perdu en 10 ans 14% de ses agriculteurs. D'ailleurs, soyons très honnêtes, nous qui commentons maintenant depuis une petite décennie ces Tours de France, mon cher Alex, nous voyons